We introduce multi-purpose weed cutter first. This is the first machine widely accepted by our farmers in recent times. Basically, this is a weed cutter, but it has become multi-purpose equipment on our farms. We find both 2-stroke and 4-stroke models of various capacities from many companies in the open market. We have used Oleomac and Stihl machines for our demonstration. Most of the popular 2-stroke models have 1.8 to 2.1 HP lightweight aluminum body petrol engine. It consumes 600 to 900 ml oil mixed petrol per hour depending on the work. Average total weight of the equipment is 7 to 8 kilograms. Hence, the operator never feels it heavy in operation. Most of the models hang on the shoulder like this, and vibration is also less. Hence, it exerts very less strain on the operator. However, the operator should be quick enough to cover more area in a specified time. Cutting tool is a nylon rope of 2.7 to 3 mm thickness. This head attached at the end holds 10 to 12 meters of this rope winded inside. Both ends of the rope come out of these two holes for 6-inch length. This rope, rotating at 10,000 RPM, cuts any weed up to finger thickness. The flexibility of the rope enables uninterrupted weeding, even if there are stones hidden in between. However, wearing and breaking of the rope will be more in rocky surface. An experienced operator spends 5 to 7 meters of rope per acre. New operator needs more length. Nylon rope of good quality costs 10 to 12 rupees per meter. Operator has to knock the revolving head on the ground like this to release required length of rope from inside. Flexible rope and hanging method of the machine enables weeding even on undulated surface and nooks and corners of the land. Backpack models are also available for weeding on steep slopes of the farm. Cutting off the weed before flowering is practiced in recent years instead of uprooting. Here, the farmer practicing organic farming gets enough herbage for mulching. This weeder can bring down the application of chemical herbicide. Nylon rope is enough for most of the weeds, including Parthenium and Eupatorium. But for clearing shrubs, we need 3-tooth blade. Attaching and detaching these cutting tools is easy and takes very less time. Circular blade attachment is useful to cut small trees. It can cut even dry firewood. It is being used for harvesting fodder grass also. The cut herbage gets powdered when the nylon rope is used, but 3-tooth or circular blades cut off the weed just above the ground. Rotating cutting tool of the weeder throws small stones and pebbles on the front side. Hence, one should not stand in front of the working machine. This guard protects the operator. Using this guard is a must for the safety of the operator. Manufacturers of these machines recommend using helmet, ear pad to avoid noise, eyeglass, hand gloves, thick pants, and shirt covering full body and shoes. Farmers never wear all these. However, it is better to use at least eyeglass and ear pad. Put off the engine while changing the cutting tool. Apart from these, the weeding machine is safe enough for the operator. Do not forget to mix 2T oil at proper rate for 2-stroke machines. If the oil is mixed earlier itself in the can, shake the can well before filling the engine tank. Weeding machine of a standard company needs no major repair work, at least up to 800 hours of operation. Two-stroke engine consumes 750 ml of petrol and works at 10,000 rpm, while four-stroke model consumes 500 ml fuel and works at 6 to 7,000 rpm. It means that four-stroke machine takes more time to complete work in a unit area compared to two-stroke model. Hence, two-stroke models are preferred for efficient and continuous heavy work. This equipment costs 20 to 35,000 rupees depending on the make and the model. Most of the state governments provide subsidy up to 50%. It is better to select the machine from a reputed company after confirming service after sales, guarantee, warranty, availability of spares, etc. This weeding machine has become multi-purpose equipment now. It is a common practice to cut off the mulberry plant at the base once in a year. It is necessary for healthy fresh growth and more leafy yield. Manual pruning is cumbersome and labor-intensive. Weeder is being used by attaching this special circular blade for this purpose. Mulberry pruning has become easy and fast with this equipment. Pruning tea plants at half height is practiced once in 4 to 5 years. This is necessary for high yield of better quality sprouts. Stem of this plant is very hard and manual pruning is laborious. These plantations with thousands of acres and lakhs of tea plants have to divert hundreds of laborers for this work alone. Now they use power weeder with special circular blade having carbide tip. It cuts the stem without splitting. Now, most of the tea plantations use this equipment. Still weeder has this rubber roll attachment. This is useful to heap paddy, areca nut, coffee, etc. spread on the floor of the yard. It can clean the floor of the cowshed like this. Still dealer from Tamil Nadu has designed a special tiny cage wheel attachment. This is useful for weeding in paddy transplanted in rows. This operation helps for better tillering also. This equipment saves lot of labor necessary for manual weeding. This paddy weeder is popular in SRI method of paddy cultivation and also in transplanter planted paddy fields. Still, Oleomac and other popular companies have introduced hedge trimmer, pole pruner and other attachments for this weed cutter machine. Innovative farmers are using this weeder for many interesting purposes. This man rubs the floor of his cowshed with a metal wire brush attached to the weeder. The same attachment can clean algal growth on the RCC wall. Here, cement floor is getting wax polish. A metal blade covered with thick cotton cloth acts as polishing tool. Now, the same machine has become a grinder, which is useful for sharpening the sickle and other implements. Likewise, the weed cutter is a good companion of a creative farmer. Here is one more important usage of the weed cutter machine. Innovative farmers converted this into a paddy reaper. Circular blade and a bucket are attached at the end. Blade cuts the paddy plant and the bucket helps to keep the same in a systematic row. An efficient operator can harvest paddy in 1 acre in a day, which otherwise needs 15 laborers. Combined harvesters are not suitable for small compartments and terraced lands. This weed cutter cum paddy reaper is sufficient for a small farmer. We can harvest finger millet, wheat, soya bean, sorghum stubbles, etc. with the same reaper. Farmers of the Western Ghat region use the same equipment for cutting jungle grass used as fodder and mulching material. Many people provide brush cutter service on hire basis and earn attractive income. In this case, one machine is sufficient for many farms. Likewise, a power tool introduced as a weeder has become an essential equipment of our farms.